Umbrellas and post-it notes. These are regular household items that have come to be known as building blocks for art installations here at Hong Kong's Occupy Central. But as pro-democracy protests wind down, the big question is what will become of them? Well, to answer that is Mr. Lee Chuk-yen. He is curator of the June 4th Museum here in Hong Kong, the world's only known museum that commemorates the events of 1989. Also, Cosmin Costinas is executive director of Parasite, which is Hong Kong's first contemporary art space. So, Mr. Lee, first off, I want to ask you right here about Umbrella Man. So earlier we were talking about how this is very similar to a statue of 1989.
Everyone remember the scene when the tear gas were thrown at the people. You know, people used the umbrella against the tear gas. And so just like what happened back in '89, when the students construct the Goddess for Democracy, it became the icon. And now I would say the Umbrella Man, this time, will be the symbol of the Occupy movement.
Cosmin, where do you see Umbrella Man finding a new home?
Yeah, I think it should stay here, especially for a government whose biggest enemy is memory. I mean, we are in the heart of Hong Kong, we're in front of the government building, and there's no better place for this statue to be installed permanently.
This is the so-called Lennon Wall, of course named after the famous musician John Lennon, and you can see thousands of sticky notes pasted on here outside Hong Kong's government headquarters. Cosmin, how do we preserve them for posterity?
It's not so difficult and so daunting as it might seem, because of course contemporary art today employs all sorts of different media, including very perishable ones. There would need to be like a very precise process of like taking them down, cataloging, you know, where each of the post-it was relatively, taking photos of details of the wall in order to be able to, let's say, recreate it as accurately as possible.
Now, Mr. Lee, I will put you on the spot. Have you written a post-it note here?
Oh, you have put me on the spot. You know, I have not written a post-it note here because I run through here and run through the every day and night.
What would you write on it?
I would say, people Hong Kong, we have to fight on till we win.
And all around us here at the headquarters of Occupy Central, we're seeing these banners. Do you have a favorite banner here?
Yeah, my favorite banner is "Do You Hear the People Sing?" Because this reminds us of the French Revolution when you have the image of barricades.
Do you hear the people sing? That's from Les Mis. Can you sing these lyrics?
Actually, there's a Chinese version, and it starts by 看那誰還未發聲，寫我企誰為我成. And another thing about this banner is it's all written, not printed by computer. In Hong Kong, when we are organizing protests, we usually print out our banner, so it shows the spontaneity of the people.
Now, Cosmin, expanding this beyond Hong Kong to the international realm, where do you think they can all go around the world?
Well, I think more importantly than the banners to circulate is for these references to circulate and to become part of a global conscience of sorts. Because all the banners here and the signs that people were holding were referring to a very heterogeneous set of references from Paris 68 to Tiananmen to the Arab Spring. And I'm absolutely sure that the Umbrella Revolution will be part of a global set of references, and then future movements in other parts of the world will be referring to these messages created here.
And even if Occupy's physical icons aren't saved in the real world, they still can be saved in the digital one. Take, for example, the Facebook page Umbrella Creation, curated by university students. Messages of a Hong Kong that fights, one that's peaceful, and one that soldiers on in adversity, like one that uses the famous Iwo Jima Memorial of World War II. One thing is likely, after Occupy, you might be seeing your umbrellas and your sticky notes a little bit more poetically than practically than ever before.